Okay, so first of all, this is a very impromptu video, but just in having natural conversation, we found out that we have very similar frames of thought. So we wanted to just bring a video and just have a conversation just about being an entrepreneur and starting your own business. I know for me personally, being a real estate agent, you think just because you work under a brokerage that that's your employer and basically that's just your job that you do. But as a real estate agent, you are an entrepreneur. You are running a business. You are finding business, building up systems and things like that. And especially coming through the educational side of things, there's no manual on what to do once you actually get into the market. And so we just wanted to be able to kind of just talk about it, share our stories, and hopefully help some other people out there. So why don't we start off, how did you have this idea of the Douglas Law Firm?
Okay. So I will share my story. I've never shared it on camera before.
Oh, exclusive.
So this will honestly be my first time. Okay. So I was working at a law firm and I had it really good. It was me and another senior lawyer. We had law clerks. We did real estate law, wills, estates, and I had the family law background. And I kind of wanted to take it to the next level. So I wanted to expand that firm, open another office. I grew up in Vaughan, so I had pitched the idea of maybe opening an office here. I would run everything and still commute and do work in Barrie. That's where I was.
Okay.
But he wasn't really keen on that idea and just wanted to keep things the way that it was, and he was looking more to like settle down and not really worry about expanding. Fair enough. He didn't need to, had a great setup, and it was an amazing firm. So didn't really want to expand, but I did. So I was really active on social media at the time and trying to, bring in clients and market myself and bring clients into that firm. But he didn't want to expand. He saw my social media, showed it to the other girls that were working there, and I heard them making fun of me. So I got like really upset and discouraged, and I went home and I told my now fiance, and I'm like, I'm leaving. Like I already pitched the idea of trying to grow the firm. He didn't want to do it. Now they're making fun of me when I'm trying to bring in business. So I got upset. I handed in my resignation the next day.
Wow.
And then everything kind of sped up. It's like, okay, well,
so you didn't even have the business built?
No. So now it's like, I got to get a bank account. I got to have a business plan. What the hell am I doing? How am I going to get clients? So I gave my 2 weeks notice, basically had 2 weeks to get it together and figure out how am I going to start my law firm. So went to the bank. I got my bank account, found a bookkeeper, somebody to help me, and basically just started marketing myself like crazy.
Wow.
So the way that I found my clients was honestly through social media.
Wow.
All of my clients came through social media, through Facebook and through Instagram, and finding my videos. And I made a lot of great connections when I was just starting out, and those connections still have lasted me through to today.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And how long have you been running your own business now?
So it's going to be 5 years coming February. And it's been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Literally started out in an office smaller than this with 2 people. Then it was 3 people in an office. Then there was 4. So I opened another office in Barrie. I was in Bradford at the time. Then later expanded and got another office here in Vaughan.
That's amazing. So you're at 3 offices now?
3 offices and 18 staff.
Wow. Okay, that's an amazing story. So let me ask you, when you're doing those first steps, when you handed in your resignation and you said I need to go open a bank account, did you get a master business license or did you get incorporated right away?
I did not get incorporated right away. I was sole proprietor. And
so you just did that process online, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did everything myself. But then when I went to get incorporated, I did have another lawyer do it. I didn't want to do it myself. But I know how to do it. But I just wanted that outside person doing it for me. And then I got my accountant that I have now, who is amazing. Very important to have a really good accountant. Like, I can't stress that enough. Same with bookkeepers. And they were the ones who kind of guided me to tell me when the right time to incorporate was.
Amazing. In starting off, I know with me personally, when you're going on such a big endeavor like this, it affects your personal life and it affects your family life.
Yes.
How did you find that kind of balance now going into something that is going to be taking up all your time? Is there any like routines or certain runaways that you have?
It's still a work in progress. So I have the most amazing fiance ever. So literally what we did, we both left our jobs.
Wow.
And we both kind of dived in this together. So he has a great business background.
Okay.
So he helped me a lot on the business end while I did all of the legal work.
Amazing.
And marketing myself too. He helped. So we kind of went in together. So it was really hard, I'm not going to lie, to separate personal life from business life. We were together 24/7.
Yeah.
24/7. So, but now we're so much better where we balance work and then home life. So sometimes when we're at home, work still comes up.
Right.
But we know now that we have to have those boundaries. Otherwise, it's just chaos.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've started your business, you got your bank account, you got your bookkeeper and accountant. So now, what was it like trying to, when you said you're using social media to gain your new clients? What were you doing? Were you just posting regularly? Were you doing boost on Facebook or like paid advertisement?
Yep, I did paid advertisements on Facebook, also on Instagram. But to be honest, most of my business came from me posting in community groups on on Facebook. So I lived in Bradford. I also had an office in Barrie eventually, but I also lived in Barrie. So I would post in those groups. Nice. Come get your will done.
Yeah.
I do real estate. I do purchases, sales, and mortgages. And then a lot of realtors and mortgage brokers saw my post way back when in 2017 to 2018. That's when I was starting out. And they loved it. And they wanted to connect with me. So that's how I grew a referral base.
And then maybe we can talk a little bit about networking and showing up at events, which is how we actually met.
It's so important to network. Honestly, I don't know if it seems like it, but I'm really an introvert, and I had to learn to put myself in uncomfortable situations and just throw myself out there and network and meet people.
Wow, okay, very inspiring.
Yeah.
So now we know the whole background of Douglas Law and just how you incorporated everything. That's amazing. I guess I'll share a bit about my story.
Yes.
So with me, I've done a YouTube video lately on it, but I was working at the time, I was a bodily injury insurance advisor. So part of my role was analyzing people's medical history, like 40 years of medical history. When people got into car accidents and they were injured, I would have to do an analysis of their whole medical history and be able to determine what was related to the accident and what was new or what was pre-existing. So I was on the computer all day. I was reading PDFs that were like 1,000 pages long and very focused. And then me, myself, actually got into a car accident. And so I was rear-ended from behind. And to be honest, the damage, it wasn't a big accident. The police didn't come to the scene. There wasn't a lot of damages, but the way that it was coming up a hill. So the guy was coming up with force, and my head hit the headrest, and it left me with a concussion. So at first, I didn't even realize it until it was a couple days later. I was in the grocery store, and I just blacked out. And I don't know what happened. And I eventually found out my blood sugar was low. And then from there, I started taking time off of work. I couldn't work anymore because staring at the computer, the screen, it was just distorting everything. So I was off work for a couple months. I then tried to progressively do modified hours. And but I just decided I can't do this job anymore. I can't be sitting at a computer 8 hours a day for the rest of my career. And so I decided I have to choose a different career path.
Yeah.
And with me, real estate was something I always was interested in. So even with my parents and my family buying homes, I was always like the go-to. Okay, we're gonna go look at this one. Or, okay, oh, what about this? What about this? So it was just always an interest I had.
Yeah.
And so I decided that I was going to now get my license. So so I was doing modified hours at my old job. So I actually was in touch. I don't know if it's okay to say the name, but I got hired as a role at Purple Bricks.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you heard of that?
Yeah.
So, like the commission-free real estate brokerage.
Yep.
So I had a job to work in their call center, because one of the things is when you are employed there, they will pay towards your school. So I was going to work there and then get my education. And so they hired me, and I had handed in my resignation for my last job. And 2 days before I was supposed to start my first day training, the pandemic happened.
Oh my gosh.
And so they couldn't take me on. Their offices closed. They couldn't take on any training. Nobody knew what to do. So at this point, I said, okay, so I'm either going to sit here and do nothing, but because the Humber course is all online, I said, you know what? I took my baby bonus, that one, and then I put that towards my first course. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to trek it through and make it through. And after that, I just one step at a time. I did one course. I studied. As I'm doing the courses, I saw that there was no help out there whatsoever because there's a brand new program now with Humber. And so I just decided that I will track my journey. So there's different tips and stuff I learned and I found from other people, other YouTubers, and so I just created a channel to create that. Yeah, that's kind of my journey and how I got licensed. So needless to say, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Because if I had gone with that company and been at that role, it would have taken me longer. So I finished the course in just under 6 months. I was able to get my license. So
Wow.
doing it through the call center and working those hours, it would have taken me longer. And being a realtor with that company, they have a structure where you can only be a buyer agent or a seller agent, and you can't do both.
Interesting.
So it would have severely limited my potential in serving clients. So this way it was much more roller coaster, but I got through it. I got my license. I heard about this company, eXp Realty. They're doing everything online. We were in the middle of COVID, and I'm like, I need an online platform. So that just lined up. I met my amazing mentor, Stacy Pereira, and she just helped me get started and everything like that. So
amazing.
Long story, but that's
I love it.
my background of things. So in now getting into the actual business side of things, once I got licensed, I went online and I got my sole proprietor. I looked on different bank accounts with different companies. The most economical one I found was RBC Insurance. They have a $5 monthly fee business account, so I got that set up. And then my biggest thing is now I need to find business. So my first client I got from social media. So while I was doing my Humber courses, I just said, I just want to track everything. So I created a channel while I was in school and just said, these are the things I'm learning. This is what I'm looking forward to. And someone saw on my channel, a friend of a friend of a friend, that they're looking for a house and they'd love to use me. And so I was able to get my license. Day one of being licensed, I had my first client.
Oh my God.
We were out searching for homes. It took 2 weeks for them to find a home. And then from there, just continuing to post my experience. And just through it all, I was getting so many messages from people because not a lot of people tell that background side of things. Not a lot of people share their successes, not just, oh, this is what I did, but this is how I did it.
Yeah.
And so I got an overwhelming response of people about that, and then I started to get into tutoring. So I started now tutoring people going through the Humber courses, just helping them to better understand the material. And in doing that, I started getting clients because they saw the educational pieces I was putting out. And then they said, you seem really informed. I would love to work with you.
Wow.
And then I got clients coming from Bermuda, moving to Hamilton. clients from the States looking to relocate to Hamilton, people from different provinces. So it's just amazing what happens when we share our experience, when we put ourselves out there. We are very vulnerable being on social media, because one of the reasons why people can connect with us is because they see the background. So it's very nerve-wracking to do these videos and such, but it's so rewarding to see what comes from it. So sorry for the long video.
I love it.
But just in our conversations, I just felt really inspired for us to just share our experience, and that it's not like, oh, here we're established. It took a lot to get there, and everybody can do it too. So it just all comes down to when you're going to get to that breaking point and saying, no, I need to do better. I need to do something different.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know every step of the way, but you just have to have that determination.
Yeah, have the mindset and it'll work out. Failure is not an option. That's just what I tell myself.
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, thank you for watching. We hope that you guys could take some great pieces from there, and also so that you can feel inspired, whether you're starting off a new career or you're already established in the career, but you just want to take it to that next level. Feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to connect.